Hey guys, today I'm telling you how to cycle an aquarium. For any of you new guys out there wanting to start out, it's the key component to starting an aquarium. Alright, so what is a cycle? Why do you cycle in a fish tank? Well, it's to get the beneficial bacteria in your tank to start thriving, to help your whole tank thrive and be healthy for a long time. It gets that little mini ecosystem started up and going. Okay. Now, there's a few different ways to cycle a tank. I'm going to tell you about the fish in cycle. So you're actually going to use fish to cycle the tank. So what I call the fish you use starter fish, because what the fish you use are going to be really cheap fish and really hardy fish. They're fish that aren't real sensitive to your water parameters. And you have to take into account, the bigger the tank, the bigger your starter fish are going to have to be. Because what happens is your starter fish, they create waste in the aquarium, okay? And that waste breaks down into ammonia. And this is where your cycle is going to start. So I recommend you go ahead and get an API liquid test kit. Easy to read. Here's your chart, because you're going to need it to figure out where your cycle is. So, the fish poop in your aquarium, it creates ammonia. Okay, here's the ammonia. The ammonia chart, okay? Now, you're going to want to keep checking your aquarium at least maybe every 3 or 4 days to see where you're at. Okay. It should, there's no set time limit for how long a tank can cycle. So, I mean, it usually takes up to about a month, but it could go on for a year or so. There's no set time. It usually doesn't take that long, but sometimes you do have those rare moments. Alright, so it's going to start with the ammonia. It's going to spike up, and then eventually it's going to go back down, and you'll start seeing the nitrite pop up, okay, because the nitrite eats up the ammonia, so that's why it drops back down. And then you'll see the nitrite spike up, okay, they go all the way up. Now if these levels start reaching 2.0, 1.0, 2.0s, you're going to have to do small water changes to keep your starter fish from dying, because you don't want them to die. You can always take them back to the pet store or whatever once you're through with them, or keep them. Okay, and then after you start seeing the nitrite pop up, you're gonna see it go back down, because the nitrate eats the nitrite. Okay, and that's gonna spike up. And once you see nitrate and these are lowered, you're done. The cycle is over, because what you're left with is going to be nitrate. Okay. And then depending on how high this is, if it's too high, maybe 10. If it's at 10, you need to do a little water change to get it back down. So yeah, once you see the nitrate and the ammonium nitrites are back down lower to 0.25, your cycle is over, and you're ready to add whatever fish you want. Okay. Now I do want to go into the pH a little bit. It's not part of your cycle, but